Good day, everyone. I am Rasa Parabaldasa, and I will discuss to you the Land Reform Act of 1955. And I'm with Miss Feb Dorothy Albalate and Angel K. Villadolid. Introduction. Land Reform Act of 1955, or the Land of the Landless Program, sought to expropriate and redistribute the large estate. The law created the Land Tenure Administration, or LTA, which is responsible for the acquisition and distribution of the large tenant rice and corn lands, over 300 hectares for individual and 600 hectares for corporation. And here's the learning outcomes. After having gone through lesson, the student will be able to 1. Discuss the importance of creation of land tenure administration. 2. Make a process map or of land tenure administration on how to act the petition. And number 3. Determine of loopholes of Land Reform Act of 1955. Now, let's differentiate the land reform to agrarian reform. Pag sinabing land reform, is a process of redistributing land from the landlord to tenant farmer in order that will be given a chance to own a piece of land, improve their life. Sinasabi sa land reform is mababahagian lamang ng kapirasong lupa ang mga magsasaka na nangangalaga dito upang ito ay kanilang maging pagmamay-ari. While sa agrarian reform naman, is concerned with the total development of the farmer's economic, social, and political transformation. It also defined the rectification of the whole system of agriculture. Sinasabi naman sa agrarian reform is ninanais nito na maging buong sistema ng agrikultura. Isa ang nagmamay-ari at bibigyan na lamang ng stock ang mga manggagawa. Halimbawa na lamang yung Hacienda Loisita na pag-aari ng pamilyang Cojuangco na namamahagi lamang ng stock sa mga manggagawa sa halip na ipamahagi ang lupain. Silent features of Land Reforms Act of 1955. Creation of Land Tenure Administration, or LTA. The LTA shall be consisting of chairman and 2 members who shall be appointed by the President for a term of 5 years. The LTA shall conduct studies on the land tenure problem and prepared overall long-range plans to solve such problem. Yung land tenure administration is sila yung responsable sa pagkuha at pamamahagi ng malaking tenant rice at corn lands na sa higit na 200 na hektarya para sa mga individual at 600 hektarya para sa korporasyon. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng landlord sa tenant? Okay, yung landlord is the owner of the house, apartment, condominium, land, or real estate which is rented or leased to an individual or businesses. While the tenant naman is sila yung nangungupahan or nagre-rent. Sila yung person who occupies land or property rented from a landlord. The Land Tenure Administration has the following powers. Number 1, purchase private agricultural land for resale at cost to bona fide tenants or occupants or to private individual. May kakayahan yung mga LTA na bumili ng mga private land para ibenta ulit. Number 2, initiate and prosecute expropriation proceeding for the acquisition of private agricultural land in the proper cases. Number 3, prepare the schedule of areas of family-sized farm units not exceeding 6 hectares each for different crops in different localities. Mayroon din silang kakayahan na pumili or mag-prepare ng schedule ng size of land para sa isang pamilya. The last one is promulgate such rules and regulation or mayroon silang kakayahan na bumuo ng isang panuntunan. Issuance of negotiable land certificates. The President shall issue negotiable land certificates upon the request of LTA. The negotiable land certificate shall be issued in denomination of 1,000 pesos or multiples of 1,000 pesos and shall be payable to the bearer on demand and presentation of central bank. This certificate presented for payment after 5 years from the date of issues. It shall earn interest at the rate of 4% or annum. The negotiable land certificates may be used by the holder to: Number 1. Pay for agricultural lands or other properties purchased from the government. Bayaran ang mga lupain o ari-arian na ipinagbili sa pamahalaan. Number 2. Pay for the purchase of shares of stock or the assets of any industrial or commercial corporation owned or controlled by the government. Number 3. Pay all tax obligation or any debt of monetary obligation of the holder to the government or any instrumentalities of agency. And lastly, as surely or performance bonds. Land subject to the purchase. The LTA may negotiate to purchase any privately owned agricultural and when the majority of the tenant therein petition for such purchase. Dito, maaring makipag-negotiate ang mga LTA upang ipagbili o ibenta ang mga private land sa pamahalaan. If majority of tenant allow or agree to purchase the land. Action on the petition. Upon receipt of the petition, the LTA shall: Number 1. Mayroong 30 days ang LTA upang alamin ang mga impormasyon na nakalagay sa petition upang mas mapadali at maplanado ang negotiation. Number 2. Sa loob ng 60 days, ang LTA is kailangang mag-investigate and survey upang magkaroon sila ng background knowledge sa lupaing ibebenta or kukunin nila. A. The prevailing prices of similar lands in the immediate area. B. The soil condition, topography, and climate hazards. C. Actual production. D. Accessibility. And E. The improvements. And lastly, for 90 days, it should be the date of final negotiation. Dapat fix na yung lahat. Payment, Section 14. In negotiating for the purchase of agricultural land, the administration shall offer to pay the purchase price wholly in the land certificates are partly in legal tender and partly in land certificate. The administration need to offer or pay the whole price of the purchased land in the land certificate. It shall no case exceed of 50%.
Expropriation of private agricultural land. The LTA may initiate and prosecute expropriation proceeding for the acquisition of private agricultural lands after complying with the requirements upon petition of the majority of the tenants and after it is convinced of the sustainability of such land for subdivision into family-sized farm units that public interest will be served by its immediate acquisition. Prohibition against alienation. Upon the filing of the petition referred to in sections 12 and 16, the landowner cannot alienate a portion of the land covered by such petition except in pursuance of the provision of this act, or enter into any form of contact to defeat the purposes of this act, and no enjoyment proceeding against any tenant or occupant of the land covered by the petition shall be instituted or prosecuted until it becomes certain that the land shall not be acquired by the administrations. Possession of the land and its procedure. The administration, after commencing the expropriation suit, may take immediate possession of the land upon deposit with the court which has acquired jurisdiction over the expropriation of money, or a certificate of deposition of a depositary of the Republic of the Philippines as provided in Section 3, Rule of 669 of the Rules of the Court, equal to the value of the land as provisionally and promptly determined by the court, taking into consideration the factors mentioned Section 12, Paragraph 2. Resale of land purchased or expropriated subject to condition. Upon the filing of petition referred to in Section 12 and 16, the landowner cannot alienate and portion of the land covered by such petition except in pursuance of provisions of this act, or enter into any form of contact to defeat the purposes of this act, and no enjoyment proceeding against any tenant or occupant of the land covered by the petition shall be instituted or prosecuted until it becomes certain that the land shall not be acquired by the administration.
Good day everyone. I am Angel K. Esvilio, and today I'm going to discuss my activity. Activity 1.1, titled Arrange Me. Instructions. Rearrange the letters that listed below and define its meaning. So, in order to define the words, you need to rearrange the letters. Kailangan nyo muna pong i-analyze at tingnan ng maigi kung ano ba ang words na ito. Para pag naayos nyo na, na-arrange nyo na, ma-define nyo siya ng tama. So, let's come now to the activity 1.2, titled Your Essay. In this essay po, one question lang siya but it contains 5 points. The question is, in your own understanding and perspectives, what is the significance of the land reform? And that's the end of my activity. Kindly DM to me your answers. Thank you very much everyone. Have a great day po.